But Smiley says Providence cannot afford to return to the corrupt politics of the past, and that is what Buddy Cianci's candidacy represents. Well, I don't think so, Brett. I don't think I represent that at all. For those people who know me and who know what happened in the city of Providence over the course of the 4 decades that I was mayor, know the city's changed quite a bit. But of course, you wouldn't know that because you lived in Chicago up until a couple of years ago, and you came here and worked for Cicilline and Tavares, and then of course was a lobbyist for the city of Providence in the state legislature when they weren't even meeting. So I don't know how you get paid to be a lobbyist when the people you're supposed to lobby are not even in town. But anyway, I wish you luck in your marriage, and also you had a nice ad that's going to get you some money probably. But let's try to keep it. Let's try to keep this campaign for the benefit of the people. Let's try to keep it positive, and let's try to keep it. What are you going to do for the city, and what are we going to do with finances of the city? And Michael Solomon, good luck to you. But I can tell you something. If first of all we have to start with the honesty of what the finances are in this city, and the city of Providence does not have a surplus. I mean, I commend the mayor and for making the choices he made, and also for getting the unions. And the unions, I commend them too for taking the hits that they took in the city of Providence. But understand, they inherited a $110 million deficit. But let's not tell the people that we have surpluses and we're in good financial shape and we're out of the woods, because we are not, Michael. We are not. And don't try to sell a bill of goods, because let me tell you something. If, in fact, you sing where you solved the problem, you were there when the problem began. You were a member of the city council when we incurred this $110 million deficit. And if you're a watchdog and a good operative in the city council, why the hell did we let $110 million under your watch happen? If you're going to take the credit for cleaning the mess up, you're going to take the credit for creating the mess. You were on the city council when it happened. $110 million. Where the hell were you? And we don't have them clean the mess up. Just talk to Gary Sass. He'll tell you there's a deficit in the city of Providence. So they even have any $1 million surplus. You've got $1 billion, over $1 billion owed in the pension system, and you've got probably somewhere between a $5 and $15 million operational deficit in the city. And I'm not saying that the mayor hasn't done a good job trying to clean that up, but there certainly isn't. Let's not lead the people astray. The worst thing to do is lie to the people and tell them things are hunky-dory. We're in good shape. You've cleaned up the deficit. You cleaned up nothing. I mean, not nothing, but you still got a deficit out there. I mean, there's no question about that. So let's understand something here. And Jorge Elorza, I respect you. I think you've had a great story to tell. I think Adrian, Lawn Adrian, no one's fixated on me. Let's fixate ourselves on the city of Providence. You wrote that editorial, fixated on Buddy. Well, the fixation is over because I'm a candidate. So let's not. You know what? Positive things ought to come out of candidacies. Ideas, and everybody's got some decent ideas. Now, no one candidate's got the corner on good ideas. Everybody's got great ideas. So they should be a mixture. And a campaign ought to be a learning process for everybody, including the candidates. And they ought to listen to other candidates and see what they can do. And don't be afraid to agree with one of them in a debate if they come up with something good. Don't be afraid to do that. It's all for the good of the city. Period. End of story. Let's go to Chris from Lincoln. Go ahead, Chris. You're on the air. Chris from Lincoln, you're on the air.
There?
Chris, yeah, if the jockey presses the button, I'm there. Go ahead, Chris. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was at your show a while ago. I was doing a school project, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I had interviewed you, and I remember the question was why I thought you were my hero.
Oh God. Yeah.
I got to say I'm very happy that you're running. I'd like to congratulate you because that was something that I thought the city of Providence would never be fortunate enough to have again.
Aren't you
nice?
And
now, now that I hear this, looks like things are actually going to start to turn up a little bit better.
Well, we hope so. It's going to take a while, but people have got to get the idea that Providence can be rehabilitated. Providence can be a better city, and that we're better than what most people say we are and what we say we are. We're a lot better than all that.
Absolutely.
By the way, what mark did you get on the paper that I
ended up getting a 95, I believe.
Told you do well on that paper. All right. Chris.
You're absolutely right.
All right, Chris. Thanks for being with us. Okay, let's go to let's see. Let me see if I got let's go to Carol from North Providence. Go ahead, Carol.
I would, first of all, like to tell you that I am absolutely delighted that you have declared for the mayor of Providence.
Thank you.
And while I'm a resident of North Providence,
Right.
I admire your love for the city, and I watched that city transform under your guidance.
Well, there's a lot of people that were involved in that, but thank you so much,
True.
Carol.
I just want to, again, congratulate you, wish you the very best, and would like to tell you that I would like to volunteer
Oh, great.
for your campaign, if you would allow me. And
Of course I would.
I'll probably see you later on this
great.
evening.
I'll be there. Thanks a lot, Carol from North Providence.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all going to be up on Deep Pasquale Plaza, right where the fountain is on Federal Hill. We're going to go there and maybe have some pizza and stuff. But hey, look at these lines. I've never seen these lines lit up more than what they are tonight. But here it is at 47 minutes after the at. Let me see. Let's go to Rosa. Rosa from Cranston. Go ahead, Rosa. Rosa.
Hi, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The office went off a little bit today. We were jumping for joy when you announced that you were going to be running for the mayor.
What happened?
I just want to say
Yep.
when I first moved to Rhode Island in 1986,
Yep.
Providence wasn't the best.
Yep.
And as years went on, I lived in Providence, and it became the best. And you did a great job, and my husband and his friends would like to congratulate you also.
Well, thanks so much.
You used to work at the Biltmore.
Oh, sure.
Do your private parties a lot.
Yeah, that's
His name was
correct.
Mike. They were the bartenders, Mike and Steve.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, listen, tell them I said hello and thanks so much. Rosa.
All right, you
thanks,
take care.
Thanks, Rosa. All right, let's go to John from Cranston. Go ahead, John. You're on the air.
First of all, congratulations on your announcement. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, John.
Mayor, one of the things that I never hear you talk about, and you can't fake this, and especially for those of us who work with and advocate for special needs folks.
Yeah.
One of the things that you did when you were mayor, and during the whole time when you were mayor, was whenever there was let's say, a natural disaster or something like that, or a street needed to be plowed, or you needed to make sure that the specs were up to date on handicap accessibility.
Right.
You were always there.
Well,
You were always there, and I got to tell you, and I'm not joining anybody's bandwagon here.
Right.
I have no love for Ciccoccini, you know that.
right.
But shame on him, because I'll tell you, during his tenure, and Tavares did the best he could to prop that back up, but during Ciccolini's tenure, as opposed to yours, it was absolutely horrific.
Well,
And you can't fake that on your efforts. You can't fake that. That's not something you're not going to get up. You're a pretty politically smart guy. You're not going to get up in front of a group of audience and tell all the things you've done for the special needs community. It's just not going to come across well.
No, it won't.
But for what it's worth, I wanted to make this call because I know it's going to be a while before we ever have the chance to talk again on the radio.
Well,
and I wanted people to know that. That's a very important thing. And the other thing, and I know that you're going to agree with me, you said this many years ago. See, this country is made up not so much of governors and senators and congressmen, but the country's really run by its mayors.
Well, mayors, council people, it is, because they're the closest. Hey, thanks for your call. I've got to move up. We're heading toward traffic, but we've got a lot of calls there. If you're Anthony from Warwick, Teresa from Providence, Helen from Providence, Tom from Providence, I really want to take your calls. But I just want to take this moment to thank everybody. We've got about a minute, Jockey. We're going to be up on Deep Pasquale Plaza tonight if you care to join us at 7 o'clock. And taking names, I guess, for people who like to be involved. But this will be my last show for a while. And I'll be getting calls from all over the place to go on their shows, and I will accommodate them, but I've got to take a little breather right now. Thank you very much for being a great audience over the past 7 years. I really appreciate the fact that you listened and that you called and that you were part of the program. And I am going to miss this show. I'm going to miss the people who work with you. I'm going to miss my time at Channel 6. I love doing that show, too. But I will be a guest on my own television show this Sunday, I think, and Saturday, where Mark Curtis will be interviewing me as to why, and I think I'll be on Newsmakers, too. I haven't said yes to that yet, but I just got an email saying, would you do Newsmakers? But we're going to take a breath and see where we head here. We'll put our organization together, and we'll raise the money, and we will do what we have to do for the next, a lot of time between now and November. But I did want to take this opportunity to say thank you very much. It's been a great 7 years. I might be back in November. But nothing would make me, you know something? If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But I'll be back here if I lose, and if I win, I'll see you in City Hall. And we'll begin to rekindle the renaissance that made Providence a great city. From people who who don't want to vote for me because they think I'm a bad guy, well, give me a shot. And why don't you kind of listen to what I have to say and give me a fair chance, and maybe you might like what you hear. Other than that, thanks so much for being with us, and thank you so much for listening today and for the past 7 years. I won't say goodbye. I'll just say farewell, and thanks once again. And be sure to stay tuned for Tara, because she'll be here tomorrow. And right now, Robin, this is the last traffic report, so it better be a good one. From the Providence Auto Body right now, traffic center, here's your Burger King regional traffic with our friend Robin Murphy. Robin?
All right, thanks, buddy. Best of luck to you. Right now, 95 southbound is a slow ride past George Street in Pawtucket, down past the Thurbers Avenue curve. 95 northbound is sluggish past Route 4, slow between 295 and the Brown and Orange Rail overpass. And then you're on the brakes again getting around the Thurbers.